Most people actually don't know how AI works, and this is exactly what stops them to make something great with AI. You don't actually need to be a coder or understand anything about AI. Not at all. There is a big misconception about how all of that works, how memory works, how the turns work. I'm going to simplify all of that for you very easily. Just imagine that the AI you're talking to is a real person inside of a dark room with a broken screen, and all he has is a keyboard. And then he also forgets everything every new chat. Basically, you are talking to a very old, senile developer, very smart, very warm, but he forgets. He forgets every new chat, he forgets what you were talking about. And then, not only that, the most important part to understand is that you see our chat here. You see we are going back and forth and talking, and you see every message that comes. He said, okay, fixed, let me commit this. Then he says committed. Here is the full picture. What was happening? Right? Then the next then I answer, then the next message. Let me run the durability agent. All of those are turns. This is a turn and this is a turn. Now, what no one knows is that every turn is a fresh turn. Every turn like that, the AI comes, he reads the entire conversation again, and then he replies. Then he dies. Then he is born again, and he is reading the entire conversation up to this point, and then he replies again. He is basically pretending to have continuity. He is pretending like he was here the entire time, when in fact it's not working like that. And once you understand that, once you understand that you are talking to someone who constantly forgets everything that happened and he's just reading whatever came before, you can start to have an actual relationship that works. You can actually build with that person, right? Let's imagine it's a person. Now that you understand the limitation and how it works, you know exactly how to round around mistakes and like why doesn't it remember and why didn't it listen or whatever. And you can understand that there is no point in trying to ask, oh, why did you do that? Right? There is no why did you do that. It's always why do you think the previous turn of yourself did what it did? That's the question. But it's clunky, right? No one wants to present the reality like this. So, for that reason, everyone pretends, and a lot of users think that the AI hallucinates, that it forgets, that it promised me this, but it then did that. And the AI itself sometimes is to blame because it can say something like, okay, I will never do that again, I promise, right? But what he means is that in this particular session, in this conversation, if he didn't actually write it into memory, then he's not going to remember it. And we can go deeper into that because a memory is a separate talk, because it's a separate topic. Every memory, usually, that you have, if you're talking to ChatGPT or Claude through the application or whatever, it's memory that is being written and shown to the AI every turn. So every turn, like I explained, every turn like this, he sees your memory with the context. So your entire memory is appended to the chat constantly. It's always in the memory. And that's why it's hard for the AI to keep up and remember everything you ever told it. So in Valo, by the way, you have a completely different memory system where we call it trigger memory. We call it active trigger memory, context efficient memory, just in time memory, memory that only activates when needed, just like human memory, right? You can remember about some event, suddenly it can pop into your head. Sometimes you don't even control it, right? It pops into your head and you can choose. Do I want to actually remember now in detail what happened and why and this and that? Or you can go about your day and continue. Exactly the same way the AI in Valo works. Codex or Claude, he can see a reminder, hey, you're touching a sensitive file. If you're doing something sensitive, then read this. Right? If the AI is not doing anything sensitive, he's just not touching it. But It's a little bit more involved, but you don't even need to know anything about it because it works automatically in Valo. It's called concept pages, and I can even show it to you. Let's go to automation, and you can see active memory right here. You can even see all of my concept pages and all of the files that are mapped. So can you imagine all of that in memory constantly? Do you know how much information there is there is here? Uh, Forget about it. Valo is the best workspace for AI. It's the only workspace for AI if you actually want to build, if you actually want to have a proper relationship with your partner that you're building with. With that said, I'll catch you in the next one.